my show, and you too can learn how to paint in acrylics. On this episode, we're going to be doing a landscape. Well, let's go to my studio, and I'll show you how it's done. Well, we're here at my studio, finishing up the drawing of one of the three mountains, or the three sisters. We're getting it all sketched in. Take our ultramarine blue with a lot of water, create a wash, and we'll cover that whole canvas. The idea for doing this is to wash away any pencil residue in it. We'll take our sock and we'll wipe away all that paint. Well, now we're going to work on the sky with ultramarine blue and white. There we go. Now we'll add the undercoats onto the mountain. We're using all of our cool colors first, our ultramarine blue and white, putting in the shadows. We're also going to take some Hooker's green in with some ultramarine blue and burnt sienna. We're going to create the rocks in the background. We're putting in all the shadows first. We're filling it in. Or a little bit more water with what paints that we have on our brush already, and we're going to fill in all of the areas that we haven't painted yet and get that all filled in. We're going to fill in the whole bottom with ultramarine blue and Hooker's green with our number 10 brush and get that all filled in. Now we're going to take our fan brush and we're going to create the texture of the trees in front. By turning your fan brush on its side, you can create some of the trees in the distance in front of the mountain. Now we're going to add our white and yellow together. We're going to add mostly white, but with just a very touch of yellow to give your white a warm color. Now we'll fill it in. We're looking at our photograph. Now this is where the sunlight is shining onto the snow. We'll get that filled in. You have to imagine that the snow, how it lays onto the mountain. So you can take your brush and you can roll it, and you can make all different kinds of effects and textures. And that's what you want to do, is to make a lot of different textures. We get that snow filled in. See how it's starting to look like a mountain now? Isn't that really cool? There we go. Create a blue wash for the shadowing part of the mountain. We'll take our fan brush now. On its side, we're using our ultramarine blue with our hooker's green, and we're just creating the trees in the background. Now, some of the trees have a little bit of snow in them, some of them don't. That's the beauty of it. The fan brush is an amazing tool. You add a little highlight here and there. We're going to let our painting completely dry. Now this is the fun part, because once your painting is completely dry, then you can take white and a lot of water, and you can create a wash right over the top of the mountain. To set that mountain back into the distance. and we lighten it up there on the bottom. Beautiful. Look at that. Now we're going to take Hooker's Green and our ultramarine blue, just a touch of white. We're going to use our fan brush and we're going to create some more trees. Now you see how those trees stand out? This is the basic undercoat for your trees at this point. Here we go. Beautiful. Well, we'll continue working on the trees. Use our fan brush. Mix our Hooker's Green and blue together, but it's going to be a little bit darker. A little more Hooker's Green in with your blue. Now we're going to take our burnt umber and white together. We're going to put in the tree trunks. We'll do lines up and down. We're going to add the foliage onto the tree trunks using our fan brush, Hooker's Green, black, and yellow. That'll create the branches in the foreground. There we go. Mix a touch of black with Hooker's Green, and with your zero brush, we're going to detail the top of the trees. Isn't that cool? Don't they look like real trees? This is a lot of fun. It's a little time consuming, but it's worth it. You just take your time. Create each tree as its own personality. It makes it look more natural if you do the trees differently than the others. Alright. There we go. Now we'll mix burnt umber and white together we'll use our number 0 brush. Then we'll make the fine lines. We'll just go up and down in front of the trees. Bring out some of the tree trunks and more of the branches. We don't want any of the trees to look alike, so we're just kind of making all kinds of different squiggly lines. There we go. With your fan brush, use Hooker's green, black, and yellow, and we'll create the tree branches in the foreground. We'll go right over the top of it. You see how that brings that forward? It's so nice. That is really cool. Well, now we sign our painting. Now once the painting is signed, we're going to take some black with our number 10 brush, and we're going to paint the edges of our canvas to give it a finished look. That way you can hang it up on the wall without a frame. We're back. Oh, that's how you paint a painting of a snow-capped mountain in acrylic. I hope you enjoyed the show. I'll see you next time.